Hi, Isabel.
Hi.
Yeah, it's been a journey, isn't it?
It has indeed.
Yeah.
At the end of it now.
Yeah.
Well, no, at the end of the access now. Journey onto university now.
Yeah.
Just starting that.
I remember the day you came in my office.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know
First
what to
meeting.
expect. The distance you've been traveling
Yes.
to come and do the course, but it's paid off.
Worth it.
It's
100%
paid off.
worth it.
Yeah. So, how did you hear about us? Because you come from very far. You are traveling a long distance.
So I decided, so I'm in full-time work at the moment, but not doing what I want to be doing. Decided I wanted to go to university and decided that I wanted to pursue nursing and midwifery as a career, but didn't have the necessary qualification and grades in order to do so. So I started having a look online at like what my options were, and obviously came across the fact that I could do an access course. So it was like, okay, great, I'll do the access course. Where am I going to do it? How am I going to do it?
Yeah.
Because I knew that I needed to stay in full-time work, and I work Monday to Friday 9 till 5, so I needed to find something that I could fit around that. And most providers that offer access courses offer it, during the daytime, during the week, which wasn't something I could do. You can also do it via distance learning, but again, wasn't something that I personally wanted to do. I wanted to be able to have that face-to-face learning time. So I had a look up online, came across you guys, obviously saw that you did the flexible learning, you did the weekend courses, evenings if necessary, and thought, okay, this looks really good. And then obviously came to meet you for the first time and was sold.
Tell me about the first day when you just arrived in that class. You thought,
that seems like
what
a lifetime ago.
What am I getting myself into?
Do you know what? It was a class of completely different people, all from a lot of different backgrounds.
Yes.
And we did the whole kind of going around. This is my name, and this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm hoping to do. And I was sitting around going, oh my god, what am I doing here? what have I let myself in for? But no, as time went on and as each week went by, it was, we grew more and more like a kind of weird dysfunctional family in the class, and kind of realised I definitely made the right decision, and what I was doing was exactly what I was looking for, kind of thing. Yeah,
and as looking at your diploma, you got very good grades.
Yes.
In fact, wow, distinctions and all that.
Yeah.
But based on that, I think you enjoyed all subjects. I would assume you enjoyed all
Well,
subjects.
do you know what I did? Because I was always quite academic at school,
Right.
to a point. I was academic in terms of writing and literature and that kind of thing, but when it comes to maths and science and numbers, basically, not always very easy for me.
Yeah.
But actually, when it came to doing those in class and being taught in a completely different way, because adult education is very different to when you're actually in school,
That's true.
it actually made it something that I could follow and something that I could do and something that, the numbers don't lie, I managed to achieve in. And yes, I did work really hard, but also that is a byproduct of the teaching that was given and the support that was given and all of that. So it's not something I could have done on my own, and I'm well aware of that, because if it was, I would have done a distance learning course.
Yes, absolutely.
But to have that face-to-face time with the tutors and have the the support network there when it's needed, as and when, was 10 to 9 on getting the grades that I got.
I know you enjoyed all subjects, but can you pick out a particular subject you say, not the tutors, but the subject itself, the content, you would say, this was my favourite, I loved this?
I think first of all sociology, because it's not something I'd particularly done
that was
before. That was
Ninardi. Oh, Dr. Ninardi.
Yes. So not a subject I'd really studied before, but very, very, very interesting. And actually allowed me to kind of change my perspectives on things and my view of the world that I had for 21 years. And then gone, actually, there's a different way of looking at things. So that was really interesting, especially with the diverse group of people that I did that subject with. You get it from all different walks of life, and you get a lot of different perspectives in there. But also, interestingly enough, the biology, because like I said, I wasn't particularly academic when it came to the scientific subjects. So actually, to be able to be learning biology and achieving the way I was in it, by the end of it, I was very, very proud of myself for being able to pick that up. So one of those two, I think.
Right, okay. So I guess, would you recommend CTS 21?
100%, definitely.
Sure.
Because it's a place that you can come, and like I said, we did end up being a little bit like a family, because obviously you're seeing the same people every single week. Everyone's from completely different walks of life, but that's okay, and you kind of interact with everyone, and it is, and it's not just the students, it's also the staff, not just the tutors, but also the support staff. I mean, Mucha is absolutely brilliant. She's, there 24/7.
Yes, yes.
And also we get a lot of FaceTime with you, which, when you're working if you're dealing with a company, you don't often get a lot of FaceTime with the top man.
Yeah.
But you're in and out all the time. How's it going? And everyone, you're not a number in a system. It's a very individualised course. So everyone knows everyone, and you're like, oh, how's this going? Or how was that? How was this? So it's, I would 100%.
Yeah, and you went through the UCAS process.
Yeah.
I know you deferred your course and you're applying now.
Yeah.
Was that helpful? Applying
Yes.
to university?
Definitely. Do you know what? Because going through the motions of doing that, because obviously I didn't realise I was going to defer at the time, but that was a decision that I made and that you supported, and it's now going to support me when I'm applying again. But actually going through the motions the first time round and having help with the personal statements and doing interview prep, and even just you guys coming and going, oh, you had your interview last week, how was it? That kind of thing, and making sure that we were doing everything we could to get the grades that were necessary, and so it was a really, really helpful step-by-step process, because that can be a very intimidating one.
Yes.
Especially if you've never done it before, it's the first time you're doing it. That can be a very, very confusing process to get your head around. But actually to have that step-by-step guidance all the way through from first stage to completion is very, very helpful.
Very helpful. Yeah. Any what would you say? Anything for us to improve on? What should we work on? What can you say? Be honest about this.
Do you know what? I think towards the end of the course that we've just done, and in terms of you talking about what you're doing with CTS and where you're going with it and how you're developing, you're actually doing them already. You're putting the things in place, like so the blended learning that you're doing. That is, like you say, I've travelled a far distance, every single week. So if I didn't have to do that every single week, but the resources and the support was still available there, then perfect. And that's exactly what you're doing. That's how you're evolving to kind of move with the times and become even more flexible in that sense. So that was really, I think that would be my kind of goal for improvement, but you're already on the path.
That's right, yes, we are putting in the blended learning, which means we don't really, because personally I don't believe access to higher education students should do online.
No, because I think you need that face-to-face time and that face-to-face support, and you need that class time to kind of touch base, because obviously it's not just what the tutors are teaching you, but what you're learning from those around you as well. Because you're never just getting everything from the tutor. It's someone putting their hand up and saying, oh, actually I think X, Y, Z about it, and that is a part of the learning process as well. So I agree. I don't think it could be a completely online thing. I think that makes it very hard.
That's right.
And also it's the emotional support side of it as well, because at the end of the day, studying, working, if you've got family, it's difficult. It really is, and it takes a lot out of you, I think. So to have the kind of emotional support network here as well, where you're coming every week and it's the same people, and how are you doing? How's your week going? Can I help you with this? And that's all a part of it as well. It can't just be a computer-based learning situation.
It was, I have to say, I wasn't sure. I doubted you would complete the course because one, the distance was a long distance, but you did it. So thank you very much. Thank you.